When you think of where you are with your body right now, do you feel guilt and shame? The brain and the body are so interconnected, and we end up in this vicious cycle of I'm in pain or I have an injury, and we want to do something about it. But there's also the underlying aspects in the head, which is I'm guilty about the fact that my back means I have to ask people for help. I'm guilty because I can't do so much. I'm guilty because the house is a mess. I'm guilty because I can't pick up the kids or do what I want to do or play with them or do what you want to do. So there's a massive amount of guilt that comes on just with that. And then we also feel shame that we can't work, shame that we can't do what we want to do, shame that we've let ourselves get to this point and we haven't acted soon enough. And that whole aspect of guilt and shame is huge, and it's very, very hard to dig yourself out of that. It's very, very hard to turn those feelings around, and it's very, very hard to then forgive yourself, because a lot of moving forward is also about self-forgiveness, and it's also all that guilt, shame, and blaming yourself. How can I let it get this bad? How could it got to this point? How could I let my children suffer because I'm not doing this? How can I rely on other people so much? And then we sort of also get caught up in this self-perpetuating cycle of what the hell do I do now? And I get this, we all do it for different reasons, whether it's this, whether it's something else, whether we've had a fight with somebody. All our human emotions are all attached to where we find ourselves, and getting ourselves out of it can also be at the start of needing to forgive yourself and accept where you are, and also then be willing to move forward. And doing that also creates a massive amount of guilt and shame, because we might have spent money on trying something that didn't work, and then by doing that we've taken that resource away from the family or whatever else we need to do. So be kind to yourself. If you're in pain or you have an injury and you feel guilt and shame and you don't know what to do, start with just forgiving yourself a little bit, and then being willing to move forward and being willing to think about it a little bit differently. And if you would like help, message me and contact me. I have various different ways that you can work with me, and I understand the logistics of what goes on behind the scenes, because it's not just about curing the pain, it's also about giving you back control, because a lot of the time we feel out of control. And my program that starts in mid-October is all about giving you back control. Message me, let's talk.